This is going to be the second episode of What's My Role. We're doing a Winter Wonderland session today. I have everyone muted, so they might be talking or whatever, but I just wanted to go through. Everyone here is going to be kind of partaking in a festival of sorts. So hopefully they get those good rolls, and hopefully they're able to get through with no harm. So what we'll do is we'll get everybody back in, do a nice short introduction just in case you missed our last episode, and then we'll continue on with our adventures. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Hello.
Hello.
Somebody's got something pulled up with extra sound, by the way. Just turn it down a little bit. Perfect. Alrighty. So everyone here, we're just going to do a quick, short introduction between ourselves for those of us who missed the session last playthrough back in November. So what we'll do is we'll just do a quick, just do an introduction, just your name and role, and whatever else you feel like you need to add. Just a quick few lines to get everybody kind of into what you play and who your character is. So Bruno, we'll go ahead and start with you, and we'll go down the list from there.
Hello, I'm Bruno. I'm a human barbarian, and yeah, pretty much it.
All right.
Find everything else out during the adventure.
Perfect. All right, Carver, go ahead and introduce yourself.
So I'm Hop. I'm playing Carver here. So Carver's a little bit of an introvert. He has kind of served in the military for a little bit there. He hasn't really told anybody about it, what he's done, or what his purpose was in the military. He also doesn't really show his face very often. It's usually hidden behind a mask that changes upon the emotions that he's feeling at the time. So he's happy or sad, the mask corresponds to that. Other than that, he's a rogue and he is human. So he's a little bit of a jack of all trades as well.
Perfect. All right, Elgath, it's your turn to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Elikath. I'm a halfling bard who has a crab pet companion named Jeremy. I usually find myself in some sort of mess that I'm not supposed to be involved in, and I do try and get out of it by giving people Jeremy because he's an amazing crab and he solves all of my problems.
Perfect. All right, Gavin EC, go ahead and introduce yourself for us.
Hi, Gavin EC, half elf ranger. I did not feel like I fell in with either side of my heritage, so I spent most of my time in the forest learning how to track and hunt game instead. While a bit reclusive, I do recognize the value of comradeship to reach a common objective. With my fellow companions, I will defend the innocent, annihilate any tyranny, and strike down any beast to reach my goals.
Perfect. All right, Cathel, it is now your turn.
Yes, I'm Cathel, elven sorcerer, and I feel like it is fallen on me to keep these people alive with my magic of healing and the slight damage I can do at times, but
wonderful.
They tend to get into trouble, and I tend to be right along with them, apparently.
All righty, perfect. Go ahead, TS. It is now your turn to go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right, I'm playing Tiestella, an elven druid who is on a bit of a walkabout to learn about the world.
Wonderful. All right. So everyone here, you should have gotten some invitations from a Miss Fremna. She kindly invited you out towards Midgas for a lovely festival that they're putting on for the winter solstice. Hopefully you've all gathered your positions properly and kind of gotten ready for some winter weather, as Midgas is a little higher up in terms of the world. So it's very snowy right now. So hopefully you don't get any frostbite. That would not be very, very, nice on your feet there. So to start off, everyone here, once you're done preparing, you're going to go ahead and you'll be heading out towards the city. You'll all kind of arrive on your own, kind of between the span of a couple of days. right after you get that invitation. But you all kind of meet up in front of the center of the city there, right next to the Grand Hall. It's very. You can tell that it's very. Let's see what the good word for it is. It's festive is the best term you can describe it. There's streamers going around. There's people running around singing things, singing songs. You definitely tell that there's a festival being planned here. But you do notice that kind of in the front with a nice notepad and paper as she's going down the list, making sure things are getting ready. She sees you and kindly invites you over with a wave of her hand. Ah, good, you're here. As you can see, you're a bit early. Well, wasn't expecting you all to be here so soon after I sent you your invitation. No matter. I could use some assistance with getting things ready for tonight. This festival is highly anticipated throughout the year, and I will not settle for anything less than perfect. Unfortunately, other than just the basic preparations for inside the Grand Hall, it appears that one of our shipments with all of the important items that we needed for tonight is quite a bit late. It was supposed to be here mid-morning, but as you can see, it's now just after noon here. You're the first group to arrive, of course, so I hope I'm not troubling you with a little bit of work when you should be enjoying the festivities, of course. I have some gear prepared for you just in case you didn't bring any. It's cold this time of year. This shipment was reported to be just outside the city. Would you please help them along as we can finish our preparations? I'll make sure to reward you for your help. She seems to be a bit frustrated and kind of overworked, but otherwise genuinely happy to see you all. And if you'd like, you can ask her some questions if you so choose to do so. She does seem to be pretty busy, so some short questions would probably be the best for her.
You said she had some supplies to offer us. Is it clothing or is it anything else? Or
Yes, she has some small provisions for you. A couple extra rations of food for a couple days. Any extra warm clothing just in case you didn't have any for yourself, and then just stuff to kind of traverse some snowy fields and mountains if you so choose. It's just the normal stuff you would either bring yourself or you would just get along the way. It's nothing crazy.
I dive right in and start digging through it, and I'm pulling out a cloak for myself.
Perfect. And as you dig through, you do notice that there is one with your name on it, kindly wrapped in a nice parcel ready for you to grab.
I'm going to go ahead and start digging through the trunk too and look for not necessarily a cloak, but something gear-wise to keep me warm.
Okay. You find a nice heavy robe. It's lined with wool on the inside and has a very thick fur-lined hood to kind of keep you warm. And it has some pockets just in case you have anything else you want to keep warm, like your crab there.
I put Jeremy in one of the pockets.
Perfect. He chitters happily in that pocket and kind of tucks his way in there. He doesn't like cold very much. It makes him really, really sleepy. So he's gonna stay warm in that pocket.
I love him.
I think I'm also gonna go ahead and dig through that.
Okay. You find some of the basic stuff. You find some robes, some warm weather clothing, boots, etc. All that fun stuff. Just like everyone else has. And then other than that, there's still a couple extras for anybody else who may need one. But yeah, you can tell that she's kind of started going off on her own. So any other questions you might want to ask now? If not, we'll continue on our way.
While everyone's digging through the clothing, I take one of the things to rations and smack it against the wall to see how hard it is.
You find out that it is definitely not as hard as you thought, but it is pretty solid. It's a very hearty helping of some dense bread. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it will keep you fed, especially on long journeys.
And where did she say the shipment was? Was it outside of the city or?
Yeah, she overhears that question. She's, oh yes, sorry about that. And she kind of points towards the north side of the city, just right over there by the mountain. There, it's should have came over this morning, but I have a feeling they might have gotten stuck. With all that snow and all, they might have had to do some repairs.
All right.
Carver's gonna go ahead and ask, do you happen to have any climbing boots or spikes to put on boots at all?
Yes, you should find some of those hidden within that satchel, right? They should be tucked away in the boots to kind of keep them safe. All you have to do is just strap them over and they're good to go.
I'm going to go ahead and look inside the bag and get what I can.
All right, you get some good climbing gear and also some warm clothing if you need so, and then a couple extra rations.
Nice.
Alrighty. So as you all kind of get prepared and get all your extra items ready to go, as well as some warm clothing, you all kind of gear up and you start heading towards the front of the gate, which is kindly propped open for you, and you're waved on by the guards who let you through, and you're now on your journey. It's a pretty light trek for the most part. It's kind of green, not a whole lot of snow just yet. But as you go through, you do notice that it is starting to get a little bit more forested. You're leaving, the habited areas and getting into more uninhabited. So you should see some good old foresty trees. We'll go ahead and pop that over there. I'm going to move everybody over here. Just a second. There we go. So there's everybody. You're all traveling along your path. All right, ready to go? Let's see here. And as you make your way through, yeah, don't worry about it. And as you go through, you notice that there's just the general stuff. There's wildlife going around. There's things chirping. It's a lovely, forested area. But you do notice that there's a couple tracks, footprints, stuff like that, kind of going across the path, which you can realize that this is in fact a well-traveled route, especially for the city. So you can see why that things might have gotten stuck because the road's kind of crappy. But if you'd like to, you can go ahead and do some perception checks to see if you see anything out of the ordinary, if you so choose. Bruno, Carver, you're not seeing very much. You're actually a little sleepy. You're just like, what's going on? I'm kind of tired. The sun's kind of glaring in my eyes. Oh boy. That's a good one. That's a good one right there.
It's what's on a roll of Nat 20.
No. So Carver and Cathel, you both are kind of you're not really knowing what's going on. It's just too bright outside. You're just like you're squinting real hard trying to figure out what's going on. However, Bruno, Galvanisti, and especially you, Elikath, you notice that there seems to be an abandoned cart. That abandoned cart's just right over here. I'm going to move up for everybody. You can definitely see that there's an abandoned cart right here, just chilling. You also noticed, especially you, Elikath, you do notice, it's just you and Bruno who are noticing this, by the way, that there is a couple things taken out of the cart. They're kind of strewn across the floor. You can definitely tell that it's been ransacked of sorts. So if you'd like to press forward or let the party know, that's up to you.
The cart looks as though it's been ransacked. There's stuff missing kind of all over the ground. I think we should check it out. Does my perception check allow me to see any like creature tracks, or is it literally just like all the stuff on the ground?
So it's just a general observation, but if you have like a survival check, you can definitely do one of those. That way you can see if there's any tracks or anything going around.
Cool.
Can I also do a survival check, or is this just
since you told everybody, yes, you can. You can assist her with looking for anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Jesus.
what is that? Is that a 22? Okay.
Ooh.
We're getting those rolls out right now today. That's good. So, Carver, you do not see anything out of the ordinary. You just see the normal footprints and tracks and whatnot. Elkath
Man.
and Galvanisti, you both see an extra set of footprints walking around the cart and kind of away from the cart. You see 3 different sets. 2 of them are very similar to one another. They seem to be, some stealthier shoes, kind of like hide. They didn't have much of a deep imprint, as you would expect. And one set does appear to be a bit of a bigger boot, probably winter of sorts, which you can probably tell might have been the party that was driving this cart in the first place. Other than that, there's 2 other sets of what seem to be hoof prints. You're not sure which ones just yet. If anyone, or if Galvanisti, if you have nature, if you want to do a nature check to identify these prints, you can. But yeah, you just notice those 3 sets of footprints and 2 hoof prints. All right, Galvanisti. So you can identify these two sets of tracks. They are indeed a deer descent. They're not quite like a horse track as you would assume they would be, but in fact, some deer of sorts. So you're wondering if maybe there was a deer kind of sniffing the cart out at one point.
I'm going to take a look around and see if anybody or if there's anyone in the area kind of watching us.
Okay, go ahead. Is that dust in your eye? Because I think that's some dust in your eye. You're so T.S. Dalla, you were kind of walking around, you kind of kicked your foot a little bit into the dirt path there, and you kicked some dirt up into your eyes, and so it's going to be a bit hard to see for a little while until you can get your eyes kind of cleaned out there.
Is there snow around, or is it what's around us?
So the area is the path is a little dry, but it is currently snowing overhead. It's snowing real light, but you can tell it's starting to get a bit heavier as the winter solstice starts to draw near. But right now it's pretty barren in terms of any snow being around.
We should probably figure out what's happening before the snow covers any kind of tracks if it's starting to snow a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything salvageable from the cart, do you guys think? Because we need some of that stuff to bring back, right? So is there anything salvageable?
Can we perception check that? Or?
And is the cart just stuck, or is it broken?
You notice that one of the back wheels has fallen off of its axle and it's laying off on the ground. It looks like the owner of the cart was doing some repairs. It is completely repairable. It is not in a state of disrepair. So if you would like to fix it up so that way it's not so hard to move everything back into town, that's up to you.
Yeah, I'd say let's get to repairing the cart.
Yeah.
The supplies is all around, correct?
They're kind of all strewn around. They're all over the path, right over here, it goes through, and like kind of like over here. They're strewn about. It's like people were just tossing things about and whatnot.
Can I do like an athletics check to see if I can like pick up the cart so someone can put the wheel on?
Yeah, if you want to walk up to the cart.
And would that be a crafting to try and fix it, or is it something else?
Yeah. Ziv, if you want to go ahead and move up to the cart real quick. Yeah, you guys can move around too if you'd like. Okay.
Dark outside at all?
Dark outside. It is late afternoon. It's not quite evening yet. The sun is quite high, so it's not. It's pretty well lit. However, as soon as Breno gets up to the cart, you hear some rustling off in the tree over here, and you notice some kind of like evil snickering pop up, and lo and behold, two lovely bandits decide to spring up out of the brush, and they get the drop on you. So I'd like everyone to roll some initiative.
I forgot how to roll initiative.
It's next to perception.
Thank you.
Amazing rolls tonight.
There's some good rolls. All right.
we're getting all good rolls, but when we actually get into combat, it's gonna be we're gonna whiff everything.
So I've got Galvanisti. I'm gonna go back to object tokens. We need Carver needs to be add turn. Go ahead and add your character to that. TS Dolly need to be added. Cathel, you're in there. Bruno, I'm gonna add you real quick. And then I'm gonna add my boys. And then my boys. So since they got the drop on you, they use stealth instead of initiative in regards to their moves because they have a special condition that lets them use that as a kind of a ambush attack. So they rolled a 21 in a roll there. However, a couple of you got the better foot. You were a bit more prepared. You're like, something's not right here. So you were ready and you were ready to attack first. So let me get you guys in the right order, and then we'll start the battle. All right, you've got two strapping evil young men who are looking to steal your goods, and from there, Galvanisti, it is your turn.
All right. So, oh, I see. Sorry, I was having trouble with the map for a second. I see.
Oh, you're good, man.
I wanted to make a hunter's mark or hunted prey. Sorry, hunt prey
Okay, go ahead and mark your prey.
on this. Okay. How do I mark it? Just put a.
Just left click hold on the character you're attacking, so we know which one. Perfect. Okay, and then
okay.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I'll do a hunted shot on that one. 2 strikes.
Okay, it's going to be a second. Looks like Roll20 might be having some connectivity issues. So you're perfect. Oh, wow. Okay. So both of those are going to hit.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Holy sh-
unfortunately, and you said you had, I believe, if I remember correctly, you had a precision, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me an extra D8 then. Standard D8. Okay, so looks like he ended up taking 12 damage. So you nail him like right in the shoulders. You got him right in the shoulder, and then kind of like on the side. And you know he's a little surprised by that. He wasn't expecting you to hit him so quickly. In fact, he's not looking so good. He's kind of clutching his side. He's limping a little bit. But yeah, no, you. He's glaring at you, pretty much. Okay, so you've got one more action if you prefer to do so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you did your one. Okay. Make sure you do your 3. Do you get those penalties?
3. Sorry.
I think it's 3. That would miss.
Oh, gee.
Oh, I don't know which one that you chose.
The second one was number 3. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that'll miss. That kind of just as you aim and draw your bow, as soon as the arrow flies off of your bow, he clutches his side and kind of leans down, whizzing right past his head. And from there, Elkath, it is now your turn. You see a couple baddie boys.
There's
Kinda-
one like right next to me, right?
There is one right next to you, and he's got 2 arrows impaled into his side. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hit him with a dagger.
As you take your dagger, you swing, and it's barely close enough to him. However, it does whiz past, and he kind of stumbles backwards a little bit, causing a miss from your dagger.
All right, that's fine. I can do a second attack.
Okay, go ahead and roll second attack.
Slash at him again.
All right, so
Or I'm not.
unfortunately, that dagger, as you swing it, you spin around, and that dagger kind of lodges itself inside that cart, and it's pretty stuck now. And it's going to take you a full turn to be able to get that bad boy out of there. So unfortunately, you are down a dagger until you can retrieve it. We're going to draw a little bit of a mark right here in the wheel. That is your dagger right there, just chilling in that wheel.
Cool, great.
That'll end your turn.
This is just like the slingshot.
The slingshot laying on that boat.
I'd like to point out you did indeed get that slingshot back. That was just a ruse. It was the impression of your slingshot that was left on that boat. All right. Seeing that, bandit numero uno is going to he's going to be mad. He's going to take his hatchet right off of his belt, and he's going to take a quick swing at Elkath here. What is your AC?
100.
No.
13.
What is your 13?
It's 13.
Oh, you're lucky. All right. So it was a critical hit. So fortunately enough, you were too busy getting your dagger out, and he hits you on the not so crucial side, kind of on the back there, for a total of 4 critical damage, which was less than his main damage for some reason. So take some damage there.
I will.
The odds are ever in your favor. Can't say that. The odds are not in your favor here. Yeah, I wasn't thinking.
Why isn't it letting me take away health? It's not letting me.
I got you, man. There you go.
There it goes. It just doesn't like me.
Fair enough. All right. So that bandit's going to go ahead, and he's going to pull out his sling, and he's going to aim towards Cathel over here. And that sling's going to break and crumble in his hands, and he's going to take a whopping... well, unfortunately enough, it broke in a way to where it causes him to collapse and land on his side with the arrows. And unfortunately, one of the arrows kind of sticks in a little bit too far, and he passes out.
Oh my God.
He is completely unconscious. He's not doing too good. In fact, you're pretty sure that he's not going to be getting back up for a while. Now, all right. So second one's going to do the same thing. He's going to go ahead and he's going to move up. He's going to move up right up against Brino, and he's going to go ahead and he's going to slap his hatchet against the armor of Brino, which is going to clink off and get completely stuck in the cart there as well, and impales itself quite deep into the wood there, and the handle snaps off, leaving the head of the axe into the...
Aren't they great bandits, to be honest?
No, they're not. You can tell that this is probably their first heist. They're very, very bad in terms of their preparation. You know, things are kind of tossed in. They're very, very poor. But yeah, he's gonna just seethe angrily, and he's going to bring out his sling, and he's gonna go ahead and miss again. He's not doing
That
Oh
was
my
for like
God.
10 minutes.
We shouldn't laugh because the same's going to be happening to us in about 2 seconds.
Yeah,
They were embodying my dagger rolls. It's fine.
pretty much. And with his embarrassment, he kind of just like, oh, well, what am I gonna do? And he's gonna end his turn there. I didn't say they were good bandits. Go ahead, Bruno. It's your turn. You just watched a guy completely mess up in front of you.
I'm gonna go ahead and smack him in the face with my club.
All right, go ahead. That'll hit for 4 damage. He's a little bonked, but he's still doing fine.
See, this is why we need a bonk emote in Twitch specifically for this moment.
And then
A bonky boy.
How many more actions? I got 2.
You've got 2 more actions. You got a move action if you choose, or you got 2 more attack options.
I'm gonna do 2 attacks. I'm gonna bonk him again.
Hold up, right there. No more.
Oh God.
So,
Oh boy.
that club that you so treasure, it's stuck in the mud. So you raise it up above your heads, of your head, and you swing with all of your might. And unfortunately, he steps aside just in time for the end of that club to smack into the mud right in front of the cart and get lodged pretty deep in there because you were using a lot of power behind that club. So it's going to take you some extra time to kind of get it out of that situation. And that'll end your turn there. Cathel, go ahead. It is your turn, my dude.
All right. So I'm going to summon a lance of light and throw it at the one guy still standing.
Okay.
There we
Let's see. That'll miss.
Ooh.
It whizzes right past him.
All right. Well,
Okay, you've got some extra actions.
I can everything. I guess basically 2 actions. So that'll be it.
Okay. Carver, it is your turn. What are you going to do today? You're hiding in the bush right now.
Go ahead and move on up to the side of this bandit here, and I'm going to take a swing at him with my gauntlet.
Okay. That'll miss.
And then I'm going to switch off to my guitar, which is my other fist, and try to smack him again.
That'll also miss.
this is like
That'll end your
Cover.
turn. He was so ready to just kick some bandit butt that he got a little carried away, and in fact he wasn't even close to them. He was off on the right of them, and he's just beating the ground at this point. TS Dalla, it's your turn.
Okay. The bandit over here, is he dead or is he dying?
He is completely unconscious. He's not dead per se, but you can definitely tell that he passed out from loss of blood.
All right. I'm gonna throw a stabilize his way.
Okay.
Which removes the dying condition and just puts him at 0 hit points.
What a kind lad. So he's not dead. He's just knocked out.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna move over in between.
Okay.
And try and bonk him with my staff.
Okay. Go ahead and bonk. Ooh, that's a good bonky bonk. So you lift your staff up and you're just like bad bandit, and you just give him a quick bonk on the noggin. No stealing, bad. And he gets a little dizzy. He's like, oh, what's going on? What did I get myself into? He's got a big old goose egg going on now. You can see a little bump forming up under his hat. Galvanisti, is now your turn once again.
100 shot on that guy.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. So that first one,
poor guy.
you don't need those two other ones. That first one's fine. So
Right behind
you draw your bow and you point it right at this guy's face, and he looks over at you, and you can see the blood just rush from his face, and he's ghost white. Now, you have a moment before you shoot this arrow. Will you spare this not so good bandit, or will you maim him for the rest of his life, which is probably going to be a mere couple of seconds?
I mean, DB kind of salvaged the other one, so I'd feel bad if I let this one die.
Okay, so is that what you want to do?
Yeah, we'll give him a chance.
Okay, so you fire the arrow, and it catches on his heavy hide that he's wearing, and it actually knocks him on the ground and pins him to the ground. And he's very winded, but he's not completely unconscious. But he's done. He admits defeat. There's too many of you. He thought there was just going to be a couple people coming in, but today was not his day, and that'll end the encounter there. These poor bandits. These poor bandits did not know what was coming to them. These are some seasoned adventurers, and they thought they were just going to be some standard city folk. But no. He woke up on the wrong day. With
I
that,
pull out a bunch of rope from the back that looked like it's never been touched before. It's like, ooh, I finally got a use for this, and I start tying them up.
I would like. Can
sounds
I
good.
loot
Perfect.
the bandit that's right next to me? I want take him for all he's worth.
Okay, you can rifle his pockets. You can rifle his pockets. Go ahead and roll. Do you have sleight of hand?
I have thievery.
Go ahead and use thievery then.
Cool.
I said we tie him up and leave him naked on the side of the road.
All right, so Elican, what you... Very nice. How evil of you. So what you do, Elikath, is you kind of rummage through his pockets. You pat him down. Unfortunately, what you find is a couple pieces of string and some boot buttons. That's about it. These guys have... There is no worth on these guys at all. You can tell that... They're fairly new to this. They're scraping by. They're not seasoned bandits. Go ahead.
Can I roll like a perception and just look at the boxes around us, the kind of supplies that have been straying out from the cart now that we don't have.
Yeah, if you would like to roll another perception check. Who else was tying up the bandits?
I know I was.
Okay, so
tie him up.
Okay, so you both are helping tie up the bandits. You look at each other, you give each other a high five. You're like, "Good job, man. We did it. That's some exciting stuff. We haven't tied up anybody before. We're doing pretty good today." So the bandits over here kind of just sitting there, just chilling. But as you guys look around, who wanted to roll that perception to see if there was anything around? If you want to, go ahead and roll that now. Brino, you see absolutely nothing. You look at the cart, you're like, "Ooh, shiny! That's a pretty thing." And you're just eyeing the cart. You're like, "I haven't seen a cart like this before. This is pretty cool."
This is a fancy cart.
Can I
If it comes with a dagger.
Comes with a dagger. Elikath, go ahead and roll me a strength check to get that dagger out of that cart, by the way.
No, wait, wrong thing. Haha. Just kidding. It was the wrong button.
No, that was right. That was strength check.
It was?
Yeah, that was right then.
Cool.
You did good. Congratulations. High five. So with that, you tug and tug and tug, trying to get that dagger out of there. It creaks a little bit, and you can feel it kind of move just a little bit, but it's wedged really deep inside the wood. So you can either get some assistance trying to get that dagger out of there, or you can try again as just a straight D20. As you're getting a little tired trying to pull that out of there.
I turn to the majority of the group and I'm like, does anyone want to help me get my dagger out of the cart? And I just kind of look at it because I'm like, I'm not going to try and get it out again.
Carver turns and looks over and goes, no.
Brenna looks over. I look over. I'm like, I look over and I'm like really excited.
A little far away for that.
I look over and I'm really excited to like assert my strength. I'm just like, I'll go help.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll a strength check for me, Bruno. Hey, Bruno. Roll me a D4, please.
How do you roll again?
/R space D4. All right. So as you're tugging on that dagger, you're pushing it back and forth trying to go, but as you push forward to kind of wiggle that dagger out, your hand slips and you shove your hand to the cart and you get a nasty splinter in your thumb. You deal 2 damage to yourself.
Oh yeah.
And Carver turns around and goes, good job.
All right, you get one. So, Elikath, you get one more chance to try to get that out of there, but you got to do it by yourself. Roll a d20.
Okay.
Okay, so you grab the dagger again, and one final might trying to get that dagger out of there. You're wiggling it back and forth, just like you were before. It moves a little bit, but it's still just. It's stuck. It will not remove. And unfortunately, you give up. You're too tired. You'll try to do it later. But at this time, it's a centerpiece for the side of the cart.
All right.
Can I go ahead and try to intimidate or do some diplomacy with these bandits, see if they know what happened to the other people that had the cart?
Yeah, you can roll a diplomacy.
Oh.
So you go up there and, it's been a while since you interrogated anybody or talked to anybody. So you just kind of go up there and you just stare at them. Just make them feel uneasy. And they're looking at you like, this is weirdo. What is this guy doing? And you're just like, that's what I thought. And you just turn around and you leave. All right. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, could I try to intimidate him after he does that? All right.
You can try to intimidate them, yeah. Let me roll save on them real quick. Yeah, so I probably used the wrong one, but oh well. So you go up to them and you glare at them exceedingly long, and you take your weapon, you just shove it right between them, like right in front between their legs, and you're just like, tell me what you know. And they're just like, we don't know anything. The cart was empty. We decided to look through. We thought it was abandoned. And you can roll if you want to check to see if they're lying or not.
Yes, I do. What would that be?
Probably. Just roll me a d20. Something in my eye. You're like, I believe you, but I'm keeping my eye on you. and
Okay,
you
guys,
turn
they're
away
telling the
too.
truth.
That's the most truthless thing that I've ever seen in my life. And you just turn around, you walk back towards that cart. And then there's still stuff kind of strewn about around the cart. So if anybody wants to do some athletics checks and some strength checks for me, and see if you can get all this stuff back in. Go ahead. Ooh, you guys need some cardio. TS Dollar.
See, this is where we're feeling the badly good rolls in the beginning is right here.
Yeah, you're feeling it now. Oh my, you all need to exercise. Look at this. You're huffing and puffing over here. So, Carver, you're unfortunately enough, you're just like, oh, fine, I'm going to do it all myself. And you start picking up the crates and the barrels and you're putting them in the cart. Cathel and Elkath, you're trying, but some of them are too heavy. So you're helping out each other. You're getting things in there, but not as fast as Carver over here. He knows what he's doing. Bruno, Galvanisti, you're a little winded. You're getting the small boxes. You're doing fine, but you have to take breaks every now and then. TS. There's a small crate about the size of your hand. You're trying to pick that bad boy up, but it weighs a ton and you're struggling with it. You're trying your best, but you just kind of sit down on the ground. You're just like, I give up. I'm tired. I want to go bed. Yeah, you haven't done this much labor in a long while.
I'm just staring at it in defeat.
Alrighty. As you guys are putting all the stuff back, it starts listing to one side. You know, that wheel is still off of there. It's kind of, you don't want all that work to go to waste. So somebody wants to go ahead. You can see if you can repair the wheel with a craft check.
I'll cast guidance on. No,
Hold up.
I was gonna do a crafting thing too, but no, never mind.
Galvanisti, you're like, I ain't doing very well getting all these boxes in here. I'm gonna do what I know is best. I worked on wagons my whole life. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna fix this wagon. You go up to it. You lift that wagon wheel with one arm. You lift the other side of the wagon. You just pop that bad boy on. It's
Can you
done.
get my dagger out too?
In a few seconds. And also, on top of that, he removes both the axe head or the hatchet head from the cart, tosses it up, fixes the hatchet and sets it down as well. And he removes the dagger, handing it to Elkath.
Thank you.
He also, with his crafting skills, is like, this needs some good work. And he repairs the whole cart. This thing's brand new.
Is that hatchet up for grabs, or is that just
it's just a standard woodcutter's hatchet?
Okay.
Before anyone looks at it, I'm going to go ahead and do some thievery here. I'm going to try to steal that hatchet before anyone notices.
All right, go for it. Go for it. So you're all looking around. You're like, hey, where'd that hatchet go? And everyone's just like, I don't know. They all shrug, and then that's that. Trevor over here is like, got me a hatchet. Let's go. All right. So as you're all going through repairing the cart and getting things picked back up, you do notice that there's no really way to pull the cart. But you do know that you hear some footprints coming through, and you can kind of hear some bells going on, and you know, some weird guy comes up. He's not threatening in a way. In fact, you find his presence rather pleasing, but you have never seen his getup before, like in your life. You think he's some kind of weirdo, but he comes up and he's all like, "Hey, what's going on here?" In a kind of a nice warm tone.
I'll try to do some diplomacy with him.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a diplomacy check too.
Okay, go for it. Okay, so Carver and Elkath are like, yeah, there's a couple of bandits over here, and this is some of the stuff that we needed for the winter festival over in Midgas. And he's like, oh, all right, well, that's where I was headed. Well, thank you all for your help. I just went off to go get some carrots for my deer here, but seemed to have been gone a little bit too long, and they scared off my deer. So that's a little unfortunate. It'll delay me quite a bit, but I think I appreciate your help nonetheless.
Would you like us to help you find your deer at all, or are you good?
Could
I was
do a
only-
nature check on the culprits, maybe.
Yeah, if you want to do that. He thinks for a moment, it's like, I was only gone for a couple of moments. They couldn't have gone through.
Can I intimidate the bandits to see if they saw where the deer went? Please.
So Galvanisti, you see that the tracks kind of head off more north, kind of on the direction you're headed, kind of up the mountain. But yeah, you can definitely tell that the prints are definitely fresh. They didn't leave that long ago. In fact, you guys showed up right at the right time. So unfortunately, Elkath, you just kind of go over there and you're flexing. You're trying like, grr, I'm mad at you. You made me stick my dagger in the cart, and they're just
the smallest person in the entire party.
they're ignoring you.
Cool.
Can I go ahead and try to do a mountain lore check to see if I can find out what those creatures are?
Yeah, go for it. All right. Well, you know this mountain. In fact, you've traveled this mountain quite a bit, and you do know that headed up the mountain, it gets a little steep in spots, and around this time of the year, avalanches are a bit prone, but not quite enough to be much of a hazard. But you might as well be a bit cautious nonetheless. And you do know that there are just quite a few places that animals might hide. There's might be some caves nearby. It's been a while since you've been here, but you do know that that's probably where they'd most likely be.
Can I do a nature check to try and find some foliage or some berries that these creatures might like?
Yeah, go for it. So you're looking around, and you do notice that on one of the shrubs there appears to be a couple spots of some blackberries.
Collect some up and start following the tracks to see if I can find where these creatures are.
Can I use a forager here?
You can to see if you get any extra sets. Yeah.
Oh, what do I actually roll it? Is it
Let me
20
see
or
here.
whatever?
Using survival to success. If you roll any worse than a success, you get a success. That's just a skill feat. So you would just roll a survival, and if it rolls low, then it just counts as a success. Yeah. So you go through the bush, and you're looking around, trying to find some good spots of berries, and you find a couple good handfuls.
I go ahead and turn and look towards the man next to the cart and just pretty much say, well, the cart's not going to be able to move without the deer. So I feel like we should probably go and get them or try to find them at least.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do is, so he begins to kind of go through the cart, making sure that everything's there. And he seems very pleased that you're starting to go off looking for his deer. So let's see. All right. So what we'll do now is that you all kind of start headed off towards the north. I'd like everyone to make me. I'd like everyone to make me another set of. No, you passed that check. You guys press that one too. So what I'll need is few acrobatics checks for me, please, from everybody.
Oh God.
Oh boy. All right. Oh no. Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm vibing.
So, oh my gosh. All right. Oh my.
I may not be able to find the deer, but I can do a flip.
So
I can find my feet in my face.
Elkath, she's like, this snow's nothing. And because as you're going up the mountain, the snow gets thicker and thicker. But she's so small, so light that she's just walking right on top of the snow. TSL, you're kind of trudging through the snow. It's slowing you down a little bit. Galvanisti, you're doing just fine. You've done this before. That leaves it to the three stragglers. We've got Brino and Cathel, who are you're picking up snow along the way, and you're starting to look like a couple snowmen. And and you see that Carver right at the base of the snow there. He's a snowball. He's rolling down the hill. He's collecting snow. He's not having a good time. Elkath, being as nimble as she is and very good at traversing the snow, sees this and begins running after him and stops him just before he begins to become a bigger problem down the road. And she's like, "Hey, I got you." And you get him out of that snowball, but unfortunately, he's too cold. He's covered in snow. So you'll be a bit slowed for a little while. So you'll take 5 less movement speed for the first turn till you warm up a bit.
I pass Bruno my small robe that probably won't fit him, but I just hand it to him and I'm like, "Here, I'll keep you warm."
It looks like a tiny cape on him.
I'm gonna just wrap this around my neck. Nah, yeah.
Put on your head like a hat.
Perfect. All right. So Elkath's the savior of that bit. I need you all to do another round of acrobatics checks for me. Oh. Oh no.
Why?
No.
Can I cast guidance on myself before?
Yeah, go ahead. You can cast guidance.
Also, before that happens, I'm wondering, do the climbing boots or contraption, does that even help me at all in this situation?
Yes, they'll help you a little bit.
Oh, okay. I'm able to ignore difficult terrain from trees and foliage, and I think that's it. Does that? Oh, and from undergrowth from being a wildwood halfling. Does that affect anything with the snow?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
You deserve the 2.
Honestly.
Should have kept that coat.
You're right. It was the coat. The coat was my savior.
No worries. All right. Well, so unfortunately, Galvanisti, you're doing much better. You're actually leading the pack here. Bruno and TSL, you're kind of helping each other along. You're doing okay. But the 3 stragglers are back. Unfortunately, a few of them swapped. Elkath, you were walking on the top of the snow, but you're getting a little too confident, and unfortunately, you ended up falling right into a nice soft spot, and you're gone. They cannot see you. You're just hidden in snow. All they can see is a little hole where you were.
I saw Elkath vent.
Galvanisti, you got into a deeper pocket. You're kind of up to your neck in snow as you kind of hit a little hole kind of on the ground that was hidden. Unfortunately, there's 2 people missing now. They're covered in snow. You guys can help assist if you want to kind of go over there, but that will require a couple. More survival. See if you can kind of not survival acrobatics. Sorry,
Oh,
cancel that
acrobatics?
survival acrobatics. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing.
All right, I'll try
Okay.
and help out with that.
Try to.
There we go. Oh, those are a bit better. Carver,
Consistently
you
below 10.
Carver, you need some lessons, my guy. You may be proficient in everything else, but walking through snow is not one of them. All right, Bruno and Tia Stella, you both you pull Elikath and who else fell? Was it Cathel? No, Galvanisti. You pull them right out of the snow like it was nothing, right by the back of the their armor and their clothing, and you're just like, bad. Be good. Do not do that again. And they're just like, okay.
So imagine Bruno is like reaching down, just grabbing Elikath with one hand.
Can I get my robe back? I'm kind of cold now.
Sure, here you go.
Thanks. I wrap
Perfect.
it around me and just kind of stand there shivering.
They won't be able to see
It's
this.
just wonderful.
All right. So after a few treacherous hours, you do make it to your destination, and you do, in fact, you see some caves and some dead branches. There's a lot of snow everywhere. The trees are covered completely, but this is where the tracks have led you. You see two sets of hoof prints, kind of leading towards the cave where it's warmer. You do notice that there's a couple burning torches in there, so you're not sure if it's habited or not, but these torches look like they were lit recently.
I'm gonna go ahead. It's dark outside, right?
It's getting dimmer, but with the snow and everything, it's pretty bright in terms of it being late afternoon, early evening.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to move Carver up to here. And can I do a perception check real quick to see if there's anything around us?
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so you're looking around. You're eyeing some things. You're like, there's a dead tree over there. There's more prints. But you don't really notice anything else out of the ordinary. You do notice that there is a secondary set of footprints outside the cave, other than just the deer tracks.
I have a question about one of my abilities or my senses?
Mm-hmm.
I have keen eyes, and I believe it would help me with like trying to find the deer. I just don't know how to like get it. Like I don't know how to.
You want to click on it, and so that way I can see the description. Okay, so just basically, you just get a +2 circumstance bonus. It looks like.
Okay, so
Using
I
seek.
just roll perception, and then add +2.
I believe so. Let me double check real quick. It's going to be a bit different, but yeah, we'll just have you go ahead and just do a perception and then just add 2 to it.
So 20. So dirty 20.
And that's your normal perception. So yeah, you would add 20. Okay. So you do see that there's just what Carver saw, and you also see that there's some tracks over there as well, alongside a few other tracks too, but you can't quite make those out other than the deer tracks that you were looking at earlier. So you both kind of see the same thing right at the same time.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but there seems to be a third set of tracks.
Yeah, I can't figure out what's creating them.
I'm going to go ahead and move up another 3 spaces here.
Oh,
Actually,
shit, I didn't mean to do that. Oops, that goes back down there.
No worries, it happens. Sorry.
right.
Also,
Are they pointing out the tracks?
Can I roll a survival to see if I can figure out what the third set of tracks is?
yeah, go ahead. Them's there are some prints. I don't know what they are, but they're prints for sure.
Hey,
And I should start wandering towards the front.
someone's at my door. I'll be right back.
No worries.
I'm gonna go ahead and head up a little closer to Carver.
Yeah, go ahead. And with that right there, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to take a quick 5-minute break for everybody to kind of get up, stretch your legs, and get some water. Since Cathal is taking a break there, we'll take that break real fast. So we'll see you all in about 5 minutes. Okay, and we're back. Seamless transition. Mm. All right, let's get everybody
Go
back
ahead.
in here. Alrighty. Oh, everyone ready to go? Got your stretches out? Kind of got your break in?
Yeet.
Yeah. Perfect. Alrighty. So, what were we doing earlier? You guys look a bit larger than normal. That's fine. All right. So we left off with, I believe, T. Somebody was moving around. Remember exactly.
I
know.
was moving forward closer to the cave.
And I
All
moved close
right.
to Carver to kind of back up Carver.
No worries. I'm going to kind of move you guys around because you're not in grid. There we go. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So continue on your journey.
I'm gonna go ahead and move up a little bit more to this cave and check it out for everybody here.
Righty.
Can I do another perception check?
Yes, go ahead. And for everybody on stream, the cave's just right up here. It's kind of towards the top. So you can kind of get in shot there. There it is. You can kind of see the entrance there.
Can I roll a perception with them as well, or?
Yeah, go ahead. So you both see the entrance of the cave. It's dimly lit. And you have a clear picture of what's in front. You can see some small footprints alongside deer tracks. You aren't sure what they are, but you can definitely make out that they were indeed barefoot in snow for whatever reason, of course.
Can I do a nature check or recall knowledge? Or
You can do a nature check. See what kind of footprints you can kind of conjure up with these.
Okay.
You bend down at these tracks and you kind of just study them for a mere 1 second, and you're like, "That's right, that's goblin tracks," and you're 100% positive that they're goblin tracks. You can relay the information if you so choose. If you want to keep it yourself, that's your choice.
Oh, these are goblin tracks, all.
It kind of makes sense with the cave and the deer and
the barefoot in the
them
snow.
not taking any items.
Goblin.
Yeah.
We sure about that?
They might have taken a few things.
Wow.
All right. I walk up to the front of the cave and then goblins start saying, "Hey, anybody in there?"
Well, I mean,
Goblin? What?
there goes the element of surprise.
So the goblins, you could definitely hear some like chittering and some small talk. However, they kind of stay quiet. The cave's quite deep, but they do know you're there now. So they're just hiding because they don't know how many of you there are. It doesn't
And I'm
seem
gonna
like
start
there's a
calling in.
lot.
I'm looking for a trade. Anybody have anything to trade?
Can I jingle my bag of gold coins? Can I just like shake it outside of the cave like a cat treat?
You jingle the bag of coins. Unfortunately, it causes them to go quiet. It doesn't seem like they want to go out. Goblins in snow, they're probably not very well clothed for the area for some whatever reason. They're still hunkering in there, but you could definitely tell that there might be a few that have definitely made this their home. But yeah, your attempts with the bag of coins did not work, unfortunately.
Covert's gonna go ahead and he looks at both of them real quick and puts his hand up to his face and starts shaking his head and moves up a little bit closer to the cave.
Okay.
I'm gonna scoot up kind of in between both of them. Can I roll a perception to see if there's any traps in the front of the cave? Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, guys, no, it's fine. There's nothing over here in front of this cave. And he's just gonna mosey on through. Brino, roll me a reflex check, please.
Reflex, hold on. At least I didn't botch that one.
All right. So with that, unfortunately, as quick as you might to kind of catch your footing, the entrance of this cave has gotten a bit icy. So as you walk up to it to kind of investigate it for traps, you fall in. And you're sliding down that cave. Luckily enough, there was a branch about halfway through, so you were able to kind of grab yourself before you slid too far into the cave, probably into a goblin trap. So luckily enough, you managed to kind of gather your feet, but you're like, hey, it's fine so far, but it's a big tunnel.
I'm gonna call out again in Goblin. I've got meat, I've got furs, I've got gold. Would you like to trade? And can I roll a diplomacy check to see if I can?
Yeah, go for it. So
Apparently not.
You're basically just speaking. Wow. You're basically just speaking Goblin Pig Latin right now. They're too old to remember how to speak it, and so they're just like, we don't know what they're saying, and you can understand that. But in regards to you getting across to them, they're just like.
Question: do four of us still have rope? We only use 2 bandits. Can we throw a rope down to our friend to bring him back?
I'm gonna run on in there. You know what? No more advantages anymore. Yeah, I'm just going in.
Can I run into the tunnel and then jump and take it like a slip inside, like just all the way down, just full?
Roll me an acrobatics check, please.
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay.
So you jump, you do a running start. You start running, and you're just like, all right, let's go. And you start moving, and you get in. You start sliding down, but unfortunately, as soon as you hit that entrance of the tunnel, your foot slips as well, and you start sliding down on your back, and you end up sliding past Breno there too. You're just like, bye.
I wave.
And Elkath slips all the way down to the entrance of the tunnel, disappearing as well.
Can Carver go ahead and call back up and ask for someone to get one of those torches?
Yeah, go ahead.
If I'm still close enough. Hey, can one of you guys grab a torch?
Yeah, I'll grab a torch and I'll try walking in, but we'll see how far that gets.
I call from the bottom.
People.
I'm like, I recommend sliding. It's a lot of fun.
While I'm hanging on the tree, I'm like, don't do that, please. Just do it safe.
Let's see.
Would that be an athletics check to get in, or
it would be acrobatics? Yeah. So,
Hey,
how do you want to slide down this slide? This ice slide. How would you like to do it? Any way you wish.
I'm gonna full on risky business. I'm just gonna hit that ice. I'm gonna start sliding and standing up all the way. Just go right past him.
just like doing this.
Surf.
A whole genie look.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Yeah,
he does that. He's doing it with
risky
style.
business. The slide right across.
Wonderful. So he does that. He's going down with style. In fact, he would make all of the patrons in Med, swoon over him for how much style he had just going down there. In fact, on his way down, he grabs Breno, hoists him over his shoulder, and continues sliding down as well, meeting up with Elikath at the bottom.
Hey guys, how was the trip?
All right, so Cathal would just shrug and take off running and belly flop it and go head first down the slide.
I created a monster.
Okay, go ahead. So, unfortunately for you, you end up slipping as soon as you go, and you also kind of hit it at an angle, so you're hitting the sides of the cavern as well as you go down. And unfortunately, as you get down to the bottom, you're a bit bruised up, but you're not hurting anyway. You're just like, oh man, that wasn't so fun. I didn't have a good time at all.
I'm too old for this shit.
All right, who else is ready to go down?
Am I technically down with me holding onto the branch, or do I have to go down as well?
No, you were picked up by TS. He graciously grabbed you as he was going down. You're lucky he didn't use you as a surfboard. So Galvanisti, you also slip and fall down the hill, but you're just like, why not? I'll go with grace. So you're going down face first, like it was a slide at a water park.
Oof.
But it doesn't feel good. It's very, very bumpy. All right, let me move everybody. That's not what I wanted to do. Move everybody over. Get you all in. Then get you guys in on the sheet. Bam. You are all now in a dimly lit cave. You can see that there's crates and stuff. There's some torches here around. But other than that, you don't really see anything else. At least so far.
That reminds me of home.
Go ahead and move over to the right some here, and I'm going to try to stealth.
Okay, go ahead and roll for stuff. You think you're hidden.
All right.
I'm gonna take the torch. I'm gonna take the torch I grabbed at the top and hand it over to Bruno and cast light on my staff.
Okay, go ahead. Do that good old cast. Perfect.
I'm going to move outside of the radius of light, however far that is. And I'm going to try to stealth myself.
What is that? You said it's 100 and... Oh, it does 20 feet, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
20 feet.
So, okay. So as your staff lights up, you do see a good old area 20 feet around. However, you don't really see anything else. You would have to move in further to be able to see anything.
Since I already used my keen eyes earlier, would I be able to use it again or no?
Click on it again so that way I can read it real quick. I'm not sure if it's a one-time thing. For the sake of for time, just go ahead and run it anyway and just get an extra. I'm pretty sure it's just a one-time thing like per day, but it also just, I think it's just a part of your ancestor that you can use it regardless. So just go ahead and use it.
12 plus 2, so 14.
14. You know that this cave's quite old. Of course, it's a cave, but it hasn't been used in quite some time. The crates over there are covered in cobwebs. The only thing out of the ordinary is that the torches are somewhat new and they are lit. So around each torch, there is a 10-foot cone of light that you can see within. But in each one around the room that you can see, you do not see around. But yeah, for the most part, it looks pretty empty to you.
I would like to look for the goblins.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check, please. And anybody who has low light vision or dark vision, feel free to let me know now.
I have
low light.
low light and dark vision. I have both.
All right, so that was UTS.
Yep, I've got low light.
You've got low light, and who else had the dark?
Galvanicy also has low light.
Galvanicy, low light. Okay, so everyone who has low light and dark vision, you're able to see clearly in this cave, and from behind a couple of the crates off on the sides, on the left and far, or on the far top left and on right hand side, there are a couple of them that are open, and from there you notice that there is some green poking up from each one.
All right, I'll walk in a little bit, pull out some of the meat from the rations that I just got, and start chewing on it. Again, speaking in Goblin, I told you I've got food.
No, you hear a couple chittering in the background, but other than that, you don't really notice anything else.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We saw the deer tracks come in here as well. Or we saw them outside.
You saw them outside coming into the cavern, but other than that, the inside of the cave is relatively dry. But you do hear some deer kind of off in one corner, kind of in some hay. But other than that, you do hear the chittering of some goblins.
All right. I'm going to go towards the sound of the deer.
Okay.
I mean, unless I can see it. But yeah, I'd go towards it.
Okay.
See what happens.
It's going to be towards the north of the cavern. So top left. Or top, sorry.
Up this way.
Yep. So from there, I'm going to kind of move up a little bit. So he's kind of going up towards here. You do see a couple of deer that are just happily sitting in some hay. They're eating it occasionally. They do have like harnesses and stuff on them, so you're positive that this is the deer that was pulling that cart for that lovely young lad back in the outskirts of town. They seem to be doing pretty good. You don't notice that anything other than that they're just a little damp from the snow.
Is it Are we able to give help actions in Pathfinders?
Do what? Sorry.
Like give help actions if somebody's doing a diplomacy check? Can we?
Yeah, you can
Give
assist
help.
them. Yeah, you can assist
All right.
them.
Whoever was talking to the goblins, I would like to give them the help action the next time they try to like convince them to come out or come see into the light.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll continue walking over towards the goblins with my staff lit.
Hey, what are you doing over here?
I would like everybody to roll
I
some
have
initiatives,
no
please.
idea how that happened.
Oh,
Let's see here. All right. I would like everyone to edit their stuff in there, please. And then also, give me just a second. Layer token. That's map. I want token. Thank you. Don't mind the goblin merged in with the map there. He doesn't know what he's doing. Help me! Help! As he screams as he's getting sucked into the ground there.
He just materializes. Help me! And it just.
All right, so let me roll their initiative real quick. Oh, they rolled rather low. That's fine. Oh, I've got two gobbos in there. I just want one gobbo. One gobbo. They will deploy.
how do we add our stuff to the token thing again?
Hold on. I gotta get rid of TS Dalla. There's an extra one. TS, you might have to edit that. I don't know what you rolled. Just edit your current one. I want to make sure that we don't have any extras in there because sometimes it does that.
Okay. I'm not seeing anything on the turn order.
Give me just a second. What is going on? Sorry about that, everyone. Just a quick technical difficulty with Roll20. All right, I'm going to go ahead and refresh that real quick. You said you're not seeing anything in turn order?
Nope. I've only got two icons there: the goblin and I want to say that's Cathel.
Cathel. Yeah, that's all I got in there as well.
All right, well, we're just going to have to go off my say-so because Roll20 is saying, nope, it does not like that I'm doing that. So, Galvanisti, what was your initiative roll, sir? 10? Okay. Elkath, what is your initiative?
Not 20.
Not 20. 20. Breno, what was yours?
8.
8. Oof. Cathel, yours was 9. Gabo was 12. TS Dalla, yours was 21. Very nice. Carver, yours was 19. Very nice. And we have 2 Cathels, so we're going to get rid of a Cathel. All right, so we'll just go off my say-so. TS Dalla, it is your turn for some good old attacky tag. I'm going to try to kind of zoom out real quick for everybody so that way they can kind of see more of the map.
So I can tell they're popping out aggressive at us, right?
They are pretty aggressive. Being goblins, they hate humans and anything not goblin. They're wielding some pretty dangerous looking swords and whatnot. They're mean and green, and they're not really that fighting machine.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the one closest to me and say, well, it was 50-50 anyway. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my staff.
Okay. Oh, all
I'll
right.
move to the one next to me and take a swing.
Hold on. Let me grab the goblin page up. Wow. All right, we'll wait for that to pop up. Roll 20 likes to take its time. That'll be a miss. That goblin has its advantage. It's small and can weave around your staff. So you just kind of hit it against the ground there. You're out of action. So because you did what? A move, an attack, and a cast. Okay.
Yep.
Elkath, it is your
That's it.
turn. Perfect.
All right. I am going to cast Magic Missile at the goblin. Oh, wait, I'm really far away. Haha. I'm going to move first. So I have a movement speed of 15, I think.
It should be on your
Double
sheet.
check. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
If you would like, you can use 2 actions to move. It's basically just a charge. So instead of just 15, you can move 30, but you'd only have 1 action left.
Oh, well, I just checked. My speed's 25 feet, so I can
Okay,
go.
that's what I thought. 15 sounded a bit low.
Where's the ruler?
It's underneath the hourglass on the left-hand side.
Can you move me closest to the goblin that was just dealt with? Because I can't. It's roll 20 also hates me today.
You want to move 20 feet or 25 feet?
25 feet, yeah.
I think right there, I believe. Yeah. All right. You're right there. And that goblin is about 20 feet in range.
Okay. Magic Missile takes, here, I'll just put it out there. It's a range of 120, so I didn't really need to move, but might as well.
And then that's just a guaranteed hit, yeah?
Yeah.
So that goblin, well, it's almost not a goblin. So that goblin is pretty well seasoned and cooked. He's not doing very well. In fact, he's looking a little crispy.
Oh, good.
It smells like chicken.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Let's see. Carver, it is your turn.
Go ahead and move up. I'm still Sloan, correct?
You are. You are slowed? What do you mean? Are you trying to say slowed?
Slowed, yeah. So.
Yeah, you are. So just move like you had the slowed action.
All right. I guess I'm going to use third action to swing my guitar at this goblin.
That actually might be a crit miss. Hold on. That'll be a crit miss. So roll me a d4, please. Righty. Do you see those barrels to the crates to the right of you? So as you kind of swing that guitar, it unfortunately your hands are a little wet from all the snow and the ice. So that guitar kind of gets tossed into those crates, and it is now either stuck or lost between them, and they look pretty heavy. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to draw a standard, and then there's your guitar. It's just chilling in the crates. You no longer have that guitar with you. So yeah, that'll also end your turn there. Okay. All right. So this is Gobbo turn. So the goblin that was just almost threatened with his life from Carver, but was graciously spared by the goblin god, to which he promptly thanks in his goblin tongue. He goes ahead and he's going to take his dog slicer, which is just a makeshift blade that he threw together that he appreciates nonetheless. And he's gonna slice at Carver. Does a 21 hit your AC?
21?
21.
Yes.
What is your AC like total?
13.
13. All right. So he's gonna slash right against the front of your chest. Unfortunately, part of the end of the of his weapon goes right through and it gashes your front, dealing a total of 8 damage.
Damn, little goblin.
Screwed you up.
So the goblin over by TSL is going to do the same thing. He's going to go ahead and he's going to, instead of taking his dog slicer out, he's going to take out his short bow. He's going to aim, let's see. He's going to aim at Elkath. Unfortunately, what is your AC, Elkath?
13.
All right, so that arrow whizzes past True, and it pelts you right in the shoulder for a total of 3 damage.
Nice.
Why are these goblins more experienced than the bandits we just
The bandits were a little shy. It was their first time raiding somebody. And then the next goblin right over here by Cathel is going to do the same thing. He's going to shoot an arrow over at Cathel. Let me run that. What is your AC, Cathel?
12.
You're going to take a total of 6 damage, my guy.
Oh.
And he's going to move inwards towards here, and the other guy's going to move down as well. And that'll be their end turn. Galvanisti, it is your turn.
First action, I'm going to move up 25 feet.
Okay.
And shoot the northernmost guy
Okay, go for it.
with 100 shots.
Okay.
I made a...
There it is. All right. Wow. Okay. So was it this goblin right here?
Yeah.
So the first attack hits it, but that second attack really does it, and he flies backwards and gets impaled into some wood against the wall, and no longer exists. He is a goner. And you don't need to roll that extra D. He's gone. He had no chance. All right. So you have a couple more actions.
Moved on my first action, so that should be it, right? Or one more.
You've got one more, yeah.
One on the left side, just a normal shot.
Okay, go ahead. That'll miss. All right, Cathel, it is your turn. You've got you had a baddie next to you. Now you no longer have a baddie next to you. What are you gonna do?
All right, I'm going to let me check the range on this. But that Betty dying changes my.
Okay.
All right, I will. Want to move closer, about right here, and I'm going to divine lance this goblin.
Alrighty. That'll unfortunately miss.
All right.
And that'll be the end of your turn.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I'm having trouble with the initiative order. Go ahead, Bruno. It is your turn.
I'm going to use sudden charge And I think that would gonna go to this one. That takes up 2 strides, I think.
Yeah, so basically it's just a 1 move action, but it counts as 2 moves. So you can move up to double your movement speed.
And then if I end your movement within melee range of at least one enemy, you can melee strike against that enemy.
So go ahead and make a melee strike. Hey, how do you want to kill it?
I want as I'm running, like I kind of stop and swing my club straight up and knock the goblin's head off.
So that goblin is no longer a goblin. It is now a baseball. So it just kind of hits the back of the cavern wall, and it wasn't doing very good anyway. But you're just like, I'm going all out. I don't care if it's not doing good. It's going, and you knock it out of the park in this case with your lovely baseball bat club weapon, and you have. I guess that's. I don't see a. You should have a couple more, I think, unless you want to end your turn there.
Yeah, I can have my turn there.
Okay. You're just like victory flex. All right. So Tiestala, here's your turn.
Okay, we still have the one living over on the right side here.
Yes, we have one kind of over there by Carver. It's still doing really good. In fact, it's eyeing Carver like he's a snack. He's gonna hurt him, and he's gonna start using him for some stew later if you don't act quickly.
I'm going to move my way over. And then I'm going to cast Heal on Elkath.
Thank you.
Okay, just do a 1d8 for me, TS, to heal Elka. You heal a 2.
Nice.
I'm alive.
I'm alive, but I'm dead.
Perfect. All right. So TS is done. So Elkath, it is now your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Forbidding Ward on on Carver. I'll pop it in really quick.
Okay. Perfect. That's a 2 action, so you've got 1 action.
Yeah, that's really all I wanted to do. So I'm gonna just chill.
Okay. Carver, that goblin's eyeing you. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try to punch him with my spiked gauntlet.
All right. Punch him with your spiked gauntlet. Oh no. Oh no.
Carver, you have me out here wasting spell slots for nothing.
Carver.
It's been roll 20 all night.
Carver, roll me an acrobatics check as well. Okay, so for the sake of showing off, you try to attempt to do a 360 punch against this goblin, but instead of 360ing, you just do a 180 and you just punch yourself in the leg for 2 damage.
I thought you were about to say the face.
Wait, hold on. He gains a +1 status bonus to his armor class, so can he protect his own self from the damage from his punch?
Not against a crit fumble. He hit himself. It's his fault. All right. Goblin Boy's gonna. What was their move range? 25. Okay. Hey, Cathel. This goblin's gonna mosey on over. He's gonna take a swing at you. Does 18 hit?
Yes, an 18 hits.
Okay. Two damage.
Believe if it's 5 over the AC, it's a crit, right?
10 over.
Oh, 10. Okay. So
10 over.
2 damage.
Mhm.
All that damage I was just sealed, gone.
All right, Galvanese, it is now your turn.
Wow.
Whose turn? My turn?
Yep, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. I am going to do that.
Okay.
Chill touch. Then
you could stop it there, my guy.
okay. Okay.
So that goblin, in cool cartoony fashion, as you give that chill touch, starts to freeze over and is now just a statue of ice in the middle of the cavern, completely
That's probably
frozen.
good.
It shatters into several icy bits, and that ends the encounter.
I'm too old for this shit.
He's just like, oh, what did I get myself into? I could be home right now.
Meanwhile, I'm over
Alrighty.
here with a giant gash in my chest, and I have spikes stuck into my knee.
Yeah, do you want some help with that, Carver? Or
Yeah, you need some healing.
Be much appreciated.
You need some healing.
Yes.
All right, feel free to heal up. With all
Can I
the,
do a-
huh? Go ahead.
I was gonna see if I could do a medicine check to help him.
Sure.
Not bad.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, he's healing. You patch him up real good. He's a little banged up, but you kiss his boo boos and you're like, there. Now don't go running off again. You hear?
Boo boos.
All right.
Here, I got you.
So with all the excitement of the goblins and everything, the deer are kind of they're riled up. They're getting ready to kind of be mean. So
Right.
people want to, if anyone has an animal handling ability or
I'm
anything.
going to go over to the deal and try and calm them down. I'm going to offer them some food and use my wild empathy to try and get them to calm down a bit.
Go ahead and roll me diplomacy. Okay. The roll for that's usually pretty low anyway, but yeah, no, you knocked it out of the park. You go up to both deer, you hold out your hands full of berries. They look at you like you're crazy, and then it's like, free berries, why not? And they go and they munch happily on those berries. There are a couple of happy deer, and you grab the reins and you kind of haul them. They follow happily, and this guy gave us food. We can trust him, right?
And I'm going to start
Alright.
leading out of the cave.
Perfect. Does anybody want to do anything before we leave the cave?
Try to get
that
my
right?
car.
Yeah, that's a
Okay, go ahead. Just roll a perception. See if you can see it between those crates. Yeah, you got it. You're just like, all right, there it is, you trusty fella. Don't leave my side again.
I'm going to heal myself in Carver with heal.
Okay, go for it. Just a D8.
1. Yeah. Yeah, I rolled it. It's a 1, ain't it?
Oh, it's just one. Yeah. Okay. I forgot that the damage is equal to the health heal. Yeah, so they just get one. But from there, you guys kind of collect everything. There's a couple loose crates of stuff that you should definitely tell was for the festival and everything back back in the town. And you get the deer all readied up, ready to go, and you all head back to the fine gentleman back at the mountain path, back over here, and he's delighted to see that that you've brought his trusted deer back, and he graciously grabs the reins from you, and then hooks him back up to the cart, and everything's ready to go. The cart's moving smoothly thanks to the fixing that was done earlier. And from there, he actually offers everyone a ride back, so you don't have to do any more walking. He's sure that your legs are tired from all that trekking, and he brings you back back to Midgas, to which you all meet up with Fremna, and you begin your festivities for the winter solstice. However, you do notice that the fine gentleman that was took you back into town is now nowhere to be seen, but you have a feeling that you know exactly what he's doing. But in everyone's pockets, alongside 3 gold pieces, is 2 pieces of peppermint candy.
That's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, a little peppermint candy from Father Winter himself. And from there,
a little bit, up one in.
there you go.
Yeah,
You
I
are
would
minty
also-
fresh.
I also popped one in.
There you go. You all spend the night having fun. You're drinking, having a laugh. You're feasting on everything you can imagine. And at the end of the night, you all just kind of pass out, and you're all just tuckered out from the long journey, and everything will just end there. And we're done. Hooray! You guys did it. You saved the winter solstice festivities, and also the, what did I call it? It was the winter festival for the yearly, all that good stuff. But yeah, no, that will be it for everything there. So thank you all for hopping in and enjoying. I'm actually going to switch back to the good old talking section here. So everyone did really good. Nothing new in terms of like rewards. You just get some gold and then some candy. Candy's always nice. And then you might also get an extra gift for all your nice things for not killing those bandits earlier. Father Winter saw that, and he's like, "Hey, you did good. You're on my nice list now."
Someone tell him not to go to the Goblin Cave.
Don't go into the goblin cave. You're gonna see a goblin launched into the ceiling.
If only you
Literally
knew.
scattered, just like defrosting goblin bits all over the floor.
Oh no!
I don't know about
Oh.
those bandits, but those goblins.
Yeah.
I mean, the bandits were helpless. I feel like they didn't know what they were doing. Goblins? The goblins attacked us.
Alrighty, folks, we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna pop off and switch over and to the end of the stream, talk over some other stuff. So, everyone, you guys say your goodbyes. We'll see you all on the next session.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.